Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Match Bell Podcast, the place where we talk all things wrestling, past and present. Today, we are going to be doing our predictions for the Payback pay-per-view. If you agree or disagree with us, leave notes in the comments below. And for more content like this, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you prefer to listen to us on the go, you can find us at all your favourite podcasts. I'm your host for today. My name is Liam. Joining me, we have Alex. We have Richard. And we have Stephen.
Bonjour. How come every time Alex says hello in a podcast, it's silent?
I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just blocks out him saying hello.
Wait, Alex?
Let's try again.
It's fine, he's there.
Oh, there we go.
Now, it's
Yeah.
just say hello.
You need to drum roll yourself so that your mic picks you up. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Technical
let's
issues.
get into this. We've got Richard as our reigning champion from last time.
Ooh.
He's been champion for a week, a whole 7 days.
I know, yeah, the
the
shortest
longest-
reign ever. Like, why have they done two pay-per-views so close to each other?
So it's this could be the shortest reign ever. We'll find out. So let's get into the matches then, shall we? First match, we've got Sasha and Bayley versus Shayna and Nia Jax. So let's see if this week I can get all the storylines correct. Sasha and Bayley laughed at Shayna and Nia when they were having a match, which is really working into that whole Be a Star initiative that WWE used to have. Making sure that you're never bullying people because bullying is bad. So then they decided that the enemy of an enemy is my friend. We'll form a tag team and then we'll take on the tag team champs. So, Alex, what's your prediction for this match? Who do you think's gonna win?
I'm gonna say Shayna and Nia winning it just because they're kind of going down the route of splitting Banks and Bayley up. I don't think it's going to be a long reign if they do win it. I think they're just going to drop it pretty soon after.
Yeah.
Probably on a Raw or a SmackDown. But yeah, I'm going to go for Shayna and Nia. Take the risk straight away.
I think you might be onto something. Richard, what do you
Take the
think?
risk? I feel like that's the obvious answer, Alex, which is why I'm going to go for a Sasha and Bayley retention. They will retain.
That's my strategy. Don't copy my strategy.
It'll work this week. It didn't work last week.
I
Plus,
know.
plus Asuka's not in this match, so we can't fangirl over her.
That's fair.
That's very true. There is no Asuka this time round, so
It's the worst pay-per-view ever.
it's gonna make
Ow.
it hard for you to pick, Steve.
Are we going for hooping too as well?
Yeah, we can go for hooping too.
Try and get those extra points again.
Go on, Alex, see if you got.
Go on then. I'll have Shayna pinning Sasha, but it's Bayley's fault.
Shayna pins Sasha and it's Bayley's fault. Okay, Richard, what about you?
I'm gonna go for Bayley pinning Nia Jax.
Bayley pins Nia. Ooh.
Yeah. And then Bayley's got more heat because she'll be like, look, I'm the reason you're the champion.
Oh.
Okay. Stephen, what about you? What do you think?
Oh, I'm going for all the points right now. I'm getting into it. The team that should be known as Shania will win. Nia will get the pin on Bayley because Sasha has to think that Bayley's messing everything up for her. She'll get the win when Shayna gets angry with Nia for doing something, knocks her out. Nia falls onto Bayley and get the 3 count from there. That should get me lots of points if it's right.
Have you got like a direct line to Vince McMahon or something?
Me and
Like-
Vince are we like that. Me and Vince.
If this comes true and this actually happens, you're banned.
The phone line was
No,
busy
what
last
the
week, though, wasn't it?
I'm throwing it out there. You're all just getting pins and stuff. I'm trying.
That's who you were on the phone to the last time we did this.
It was. Yeah, right. I'm trying to get all the points I can. I want extra points everywhere.
Okay, fair enough. Right. Richard, I said I was just going to copy you this week because you won last week, but I think I'm not sure if I agree.
Ah, that's fine. This is what we said. This is exactly what we said last time. Remember?
Yeah, it didn't go well.
Yeah, this is also true. We said this last
Tag
time.
team was first up last time, and you all were like, no.
Yeah, and I came last.
Yeah. Well, I think it's definitely going to be a Shania win. I think Shayna and Nia are definitely winning. As for who pins who, Shayna pin. I'm probably going to go with you, Alex. Shayna pins Sasha because I feel like they don't like Sasha, and Sasha just has to eat every single pin. So, yeah.
She can't win on
Shayna
pay-per-views.
pins Sasha. She can't win on pay-per-views. She can't win a single title. She can't retain any titles. So, I think if anyone's going to lose the title, it's going to be because of Sasha's fault. So, moving on. Next match, we've got Apollo Crews versus the member of the Hurt Business, Bobby Lashley. So, background for this storyline, it's Lashley's turn to fight Apollo. That's it.
That's it.
That's all there is to it. So, it was MVP's turn at SummerSlam. It's Lashley's turn now. Probably after this, it'll be Shelton Benjamin's turn, and then it'll go back to MVP, and then we'll just get this never-ending feud of Apollo Crews versus the Hurt Business.
Someone's getting paid to write the storyline. Can I just say? Somebody's picked up a wage from writing the storyline. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. What can you do? So
Good for them.
I can make a podcast and I can moan on it. That's what we can do.
You qualified to write for WWE now, apparently.
you're fully qualified. I think we're all qualified to write for WWE because we just spew nonsense and that's all they do. So, Alex, who do you think is going to win this?
Now, like, the realistic answer would be to say Apollo Crews retaining, because you just said the whole, it's probably Shelton's turn next time.
But
it's proper 50-50, this. Like, I feel like Bobby's a bit more capable of taking a title off someone, but no, I'm going to go with Apollo retaining.
Apollo retains by pinfall or submission?
Pinfall, I don't think he has a submission.
Does he have a submission?
Listen, right, just because he doesn't have one doesn't mean he can't use one.
He looks like he could do the Master Lock.
Yeah, wins by Master
I'm going to
Lock.
go for
That'll be a swerve.
Yeah.
Followed by pinfall. Okay. Let's go to Steve next then.
Oh, you want to come to me?
am
I'm going to
mixing
go for Bobby Lashley wins.
Bobby
with
wins.
Shenanigans. The Hurt Business come out, mess stuff up. Bobby hits the finisher, gets the 3.
Ooh, okay. So Bobby by pinfall.
Hurt Business aren't. They're not banned from ringside
No,
this
they're
time. So, wouldn't trust that. Bobby Lashley's a big boy.
Bobby is a big boy.
So yeah, there you go.
Bobby's a big boy. But is he big enough to wear a headband around his arm like John Cena can?
I think he is.
That's the real question.
Is. I think
Bobby
Bobby
wears it around his head at the minute.
He does,
So.
but I'm pretty sure he could put that on his arm.
Okay, Richard, what about you?
So I think this is a little less obvious than last time, because it was obvious that Apollo was going over MVP, and with them having them ringside, I think that's the real factor of who's going to win this. So I'm going to go for Apollo via DQ, if you don't mind.
Ooh.
Just to throw a little spanner in the works.
No, look at you.
Ooh,
These gears around.
Okay.
Dangerous of you.
That is that could actually be.
Look at Liam going last. This is so.
I know, he's like,
That could actually be a really good shout, which is something I'm not going to steal.
Well, only because we called you out on it.
Because it's too risky, and I want to play safe. So I am gonna say that the Hurt Business do get involved, but I don't think the ref's actually gonna see them get involved. So I think that Bobby Lashley goes over, but with help from the Hurt Business. So I think Bobby's gonna pin Apollo.
You're never going to win with these safe decisions, Liam. Too safe.
Right. Sometimes you go all out and it pays off, and sometimes you go all out and you score 0. So
But
I'd
that
rather
all out's a different
score-
pay-per-view altogether, so a different company, Liam. So
Look, right. It could happen. You never know. Okay, next match. We've got Keith Lee versus Randy Orton. So Keith debuted this Monday. He came out in a vest and a skirt. Not sure why.
With some Seth Rock music.
He had different entrance theme. Everything was different. It wasn't Keith Lee. It was just some man pretending to be Keith Lee. And he made quite the impression. For good or for worse, that's your decision. So Drew is currently out with an injury. Supposedly he's got like brain damage or a brain hemorrhage or
Some kind of
to do with
brain.
his brain. His brain's leaking out of his ears. So he's gone to the local medical facility because they can put corks in his ears to stop it leaking out. So Randy's got no one to fight. So Randy's going to fight Keith Lee instead. So, Alex, who do you think's winning this match?
I'm gonna say Keith Lee because admittedly he's not a legend yet, and Randy is doing his legend killer gimmick again at the moment. So I don't think he can kill somebody who isn't a legend. So yeah, Keith Lee's going over pinfall.
Wins. Do you know what? It makes sense. Your logic,
Too much
there.
sense.
The logic's there.
Wow.
Make
Thought
too
about
much
this.
sense.
What do you think, Richard?
I went for Randy last time, but he let me down, so I'm gonna have to go for Keith Lee. I want to see that. I want to see that power bomb.
Are you not just going to commit to Randy until he wins? He's got to win eventually.
Eventually he'll win.
Ooh, good point. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Unless he gets, a separated shoulder and he can't compete. Maybe that's just Keith Lee's thing. Maybe he just makes everyone separate the shoulders.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, you're the legend killer. I'm the shoulder shepherd. That's a really no. I said a tongue twister last time. I can't do it again. I'm gonna go with Keith Lee.
Keith Lee.
Yeah.
By pinfall. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think there is a submission move.
You're all sleeping on these guys' submission moves. One day they're gonna pull one out, and you're gonna be like, "Oh my god!"
And then I'll start
at that
saying submission.
Stephen, what about you?
It's Keith Lee. You can't lose his first proper match. It's Keith Lee. He's the best. He's the best. What will happen? Drew will come down and get involved in the match. He'll distract Randy, and then we'll find out after all these years that Randy's biggest weakness is a backslide, and Keith will hit him with a backslide and get the 3.
Yeah, his arms are so full of ink that he can't lift him off the mat.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how the match ends.
Maybe the reason Randy can't get out of a backslide is because if he tries to roll out of it, his shoulders will separate. And then they'll just be holding his arms onto the mat, and then Randy just stands up without any arms.
I think the first no armed RKO.
The first one. Oh god, he just wills it. He wills it into existence. But yeah, I think this one's pretty obvious, isn't it? It's got to be.
What should be Randy now?
I'm just glad you all agreed with me, because this is not something I wanted to lose points on.
Like, there's no way that Keith loses his debut pay-per-view match, like on the main roster, we should say.
They're all main roster these days, aren't they?
Well,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, he did lose his last match. In fact, these are both guys that have both lost the last match. So
exactly. So he needs a big win to get his momentum back, whereas Randy doesn't need a big win because Randy's
Randy.
Randy.
Randy is
So,
Randy.
yeah, I think Keith needs to win this. I really want to see Randy take a big bang catastrophe. So yeah, there we go.
You're all
right.
sleeping on the backside.
I don't see it. I don't see it. Maybe. You never know. Right, next one. We have got the Mysterios, Dominic and Ray, versus the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins, and his little sniveling toadstool of an apprentice, Murphy. So this is basically just a continuation from their SummerSlam feud. It's been going on quite a while. Actually, it's actually started it before Backlash, Extreme Rules, didn't it?
I think so.
So it's been going for quite a while now. This feud. Dominic's obviously got involved at SummerSlam because Ray lost an eye, supposedly. So they had a match this past week where the Mysterios won via DQ because Retribution got involved, which has now set up this rematch for Payback. So, Alex, who do you think is winning this match?
I think the Mysterios are taking the win on this one. It's about time they got the W, and let's just write this off and give Seth something better to work on.
Yeah, I think it's time, isn't it?
Better than one of the great superstars of all time.
Yeah, but he's not being portrayed as a really good superstar at the moment.
No.
Is that Dominic, the greatest superstar of all time?
Yeah, Dominic.
Yeah.
Obviously, Dominic.
Soon. Give him like 10 years. You never know. Yeah. So I think you might be right here. It seems like the reasonable choice. Who do you think's gonna pin who? Who pins whom?
I think Mysterio Jr. is gonna pin Murphy because I don't see Ray or Seth eating the pin.
Sounds good. Sounds fair. You're putting a lot of thought into this, Alex. I like it.
I'm trying, because I
rarely
rarely win these predictions, so.
No, it's always Richard that wins the predictions. He's 1 for 1.
Yeah.
Richard. What do you think?
We don't talk about the indie stuff, do we? It backfired last time when I said Ray, and wouldn't it be cool if Seth and Murphy won again and Dom turned on his father? That'd be really good, wouldn't it?
Ooh.
Oh, my cats are fighting.
I'm
I'm gonna go for Seth to beat Rey Mysterio.
Seth beats Ray.
Yeah.
God, hasn't Paul Ray suffered enough?
It's gonna get a whole lot worse when Dom blames him for this defeat and the whole. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. I'm fine with that.
Okay, so God, you really are pushing the boat out this week, aren't you?
Well, they're obviously listening to me, so I'm writing some good storylines for them.
All the risky ones. Is this because I said I wanted to copy you, so now you'd rather just like you'd rather just sink your own ship so that I don't copy?
Look, right, on Monday morning, I will wake up and I will still have this this belt that I've made.
Of course you will, because no one else is going to come and get it. We're in quarantine. Oh, God. Stay. What do you think?
Okay, hear me out. We're going to carry on from our predictions last week. So now Ray shared his eye with Dominic after the events of last week because whatever happened didn't happen. I won the predictions. So now they've only got the one eye between them. They're sharing this one eye. They're like a couple of Cyclops, but sharing an eye.
Like a bit like those women off Hercules. When they all have one eye.
Yeah, that's the thing. So over the last week, there's going to be a training montage at the beginning, right? So over the last week, they've got really good at using this one eye, sharing it. So Dominic and Ray will get the win this time. What will happen is Dominic will pin Murphy, obviously, because that's the obvious choice. And this feud will be over. Let's just get it over now. Let's be done with it. And then a medical facility will reattach all the missing eyes, and we'll move on happily.
Those missing eyes have been out of those bodies for quite a while now.
They're going to use sheep's eyes.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough.
And they're going to get really good vision in the future because sheep have those weird square eyes, don't they?
I don't know.
I think they'll play into the kendo stick angle and just surgically attach kendo sticks into the eye.
I could have kendo sticks out and just runs around smacking.
They'll be like snails with a kendo stick in a socket and then an eye attached on top of the kendo stick.
So you know what I'm talking about.
One really long optic nerve that never detached at all.
You all get it. You all understand me. There we go.
Well, that's probably why they've changed to TV 14 instead of TV PG, if that's what they're going to play up.
It's for the eyes.
But yeah, there you go. So, God, I don't know who's winning this one. I feel like, knowing WWE, they might actually just stretch this on even longer. I do want the Mysterios to win this match, though, so I am going to go with the Mysterios winning the match, just because I want them to. But I think it's going to be Ray that gets the pin. And I think he's going to get it over Seth. Because I feel like Ray's been beat down and beat down and beat down by Seth all this time. And he's never got that chance to sort of get his own back. And I feel like this might be the chance where Ray finally gets his own back. So that's my prediction. That Ray beats Seth. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Right, we've got...
I should really have been writing all this down. I'm going to have to watch this video back and write down all the answers again.
Someone should write this down because I can't write stuff down and concentrate at the same time because my brain doesn't work properly. So there we go. Right, we've got 2 matches left on this card that we know of so far. So we've got Matt Riddle versus King Corbin up next. Our favourite heel, the best heel on the roster, Baron Corbin. So they've had some beef. God knows why they've got beef. They just do. Corbin said Riddle doesn't belong in the WWE. So he set up a King's Ransom to see who can take out Riddle. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. So, as I was saying, the next matchup is Matt Riddle versus King Corbin. So, the storyline behind this match is that they've got some beef between the two of them. Corbin says that Riddle doesn't belong on the main roster in WWE. So he set up a King's Ransom to try and take out Riddle. Shorty G tried to answer that call. Didn't really go to plan. Corbin then decided that he was going to take matters into his own hands and prove that Riddle doesn't belong by having a match with him and defeating him at Payback. So, Alex, who do you think is coming out on top in this match?
Riddle's going over. Full stop.
Riddle's going over.
No, I've got no thought process behind this. I'm just saying Riddle's going over.
Pinfall or submission?
I'm going to go submission because I've guessed pinfall for every single one of these so far.
Okay.
And he's got MMA background, so submission.
Finisher. Okay, nice, like it. Richard, what about you?
Submission makes sense. He could be like, have him in a submission hold and be like, tap out, prove I'm worthy of being on this brand. But that's the smart decision, so I'm not going to go for that. Matt Riddle to win via pinfall. Because
Matt Riddle by pinfall?
Just because.
Just because.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, okay.
Because I want points.
No real reason. Steve, what about you?
Matt Riddle wins by disqualification. This is going to be one of those feuds again. Do you remember every feud with Baron Corbin, like the one with Roman Reigns? It'll go on for about 6 months. They'll have hundreds of matches. Riddle will win them all. Sometimes by DQ, sometimes by actually winning. First one, I think, is going to be DQ, so we can drag this out for the next 6 months. How did it happen? I want more points. Corbin gets annoyed because Riddle's out wrestling him in every way. So Corbin goes out to he gets a chair, that's basic, isn't it? Comes in, goes to attack him with the chair, and Retribution come out of nowhere, and they just start beating everyone up. But they hit
Retribution out of nowhere.
Yeah, and then Corbin gets away though, and they hit Riddle. So that's how he gets the DQ.
Okay. I'm gonna be I'm actually gonna be amazed if anything you've predicted comes true in terms of these like deep dives.
Is this because Alex came second last week by 0.01 of a point? Is this why you
I
did
want,
this?
I want 0.01 of a point. I'm going for those 0.01s.
You want your granular points, don't you?
Exactly. I'm after the granular. I might I'll get the full point for the result, maybe.
Let's see.
But then I want the granular, the extra points.
That's fair enough.
So
To get that
I'm
0.01 though, I guessed that it was. Well, no, I said it was on the pre-show. Did I say it was on the pre-show?
Yeah, you guessed the pre-show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that only worth 0.01 of a point?
Yeah.
Apparently so.
0.1. Oh, I thought a bit more.
I can put him further ahead of you from last week if you want.
Does that mean he catches you up a little bit there?
Sure, but I'm still
champion.
Still champion, yeah. I've got the board up there. Do you want to see the board again? I can.
Sorry, I trust you.
Checking.
I have trust for you.
So anyway, moving on. My prediction for this match is that Riddle wins, but by count out. So I think that, like you guys have said, Riddle's gonna absolutely wrestle rings around Baron Corbin. And Corbin's just gonna go nope and get out of the ring, and then he's gonna do that whole like I'm better than you, but he's gonna do it from the ramp, and then the ref's gonna go
10,
9, 10, ring the bell, and then Corbin's gonna be like what, and not realize that he's actually been counted out, and then Riddle's then gonna be like, well, I don't like a count out victory, so I'm just going to go and beat him up instead. And then they'll have a little fight outside the ring, and then the next match will start. So that's my plan. That's my prediction.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
It'll be the first match of the night, and throughout the entirety of the night, we'll just have little backstage videos of Riddle chasing Corbin around.
Yeah. Get back at her! And he's just running around. You're going to see the slapping of his feet on the concrete.
Yeah, I'll do it like Scooby-Doo, where they go in through one door and out another, on the corridor trying to chase.
That'll be when you see Retribution, when they go backstage and they'll just be in catering having food going.
Oh no, they saw us! Quick, flip the table! Okay, right, so last match on this card.
One more match.
We know of so far. Is the title match. So we've got The Fiend Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. So this is a continuation of what happened at SummerSlam, where we had The Fiend go over Braun to win the Universal title. Roman Reigns then returned. He arrived, he wrecked everything, and then he left. I think that's what it says on his shirt nowadays. This then beautifully sets up the triple threat, which I'm pretty sure we all called on the SummerSlam podcast that we did. We were like, yeah, triple threat's coming. Surprisingly, though, Roman Reigns has aligned himself with Paul Heyman. So we'll see if Paul Heyman plays a part at all in this triple threat match. Alex, what do you think?
I mean, Roman's probably going to go over. He's Vince's boy, whether he's face or heel. I think we're going to get some sort of stupid catchphrase like "I'm not a good guy, I'm not a bad guy." And he'll probably follow it up with "I'm a Paul Heyman guy."
Oh god.
Yeah, exactly. Because we need that reaction.
You can be a writer.
Yeah.
He's not a good dog. He's not a bad dog. He's a Paul Heyman dog.
Yeah.
The big dog.
I don't think Paul Heyman's going to say his name as good as he can pronounce Brock Lesnar. And plus, Roman can speak for himself. But yeah, I think Roman's going over. But I think Braun's eating the pin on this one.
Yeah. Richard, what do you think?
I think Paul Heyman's going to be overworked because he's actually going to have a client that's there every week. I can't see anything other than a Roman Reigns win, unfortunately. Yeah, Roman Reigns to pin Braun Strowman.
Okay. So you agree with Alex? Richard, what do you sorry, not Richard. Stephen,
Richard, what do you say?
Just had a meltdown then for a second.
I think that Paul Heyman's going to be overworked. Sorry, I'm not starting the whole thing again.
I think that Paul Heyman's going to be overworked. I'm going to go for Bray the Fiend Wyatt, and how this will happen. He will get the win over Braun Strowman. This will carry on. This will be a Bray Roman feud. Roman will get the title eventually, but not right now. He's coming in, he'll wreck everyone and leave, but he left too early before he won the match. We'll find out that his middle name begins with R. It's Roman R. Reigns. It's RRR. And then what's that? His middle name's Retribution? Roman Retribution Reigns. And Retribution will come down after the match, and they'll wreck everyone and leave, because they wreck everyone and leave too. Paul Heyman will be the leader of Retribution, with Roman Reigns as his guard dog. He keeps Retribution in check because his middle name is Retribution.
Can we
and
have
that is how the match will end.
This is like a fever dream listening to you predict this week.
Can we have WrestleMania Triple R versus Triple H?
Yes, please. This is what I like to see. Roman Retribution Reigns. We'll get the win one day, but not today.
Right. I don't know how to follow that, really.
Copy it. That's what you did last week.
Yeah, I did actually. I copied it last week, but I'm not deluded, so I'm not doing that this week.
I mean, my main prediction is Bray to beat Braun, but the others are just in case they happen for a few extra little points.
Oh, God. Right, so I think... See, I don't know whether they want to stretch this out to Night of Champions. But I think Roman is probably going to win this match. But then they've just put the belt on Bray, so... It would just be so weird to take it off him like immediately. But right, we're going for it. Roman's gonna win this match. But Braun is 100% eating the pin. Like there is no way that Bray takes the pin. I mean, we saw what happened with Goldberg. It wasn't good. So if they've learned anything, it's to not let the Fiend get pinned unless it's absolutely necessary. And in a triple threat, it's not absolutely necessary. So I think Braun takes the pin here. So yeah, very, very similar predictions this week from
you three.
From the three of us. And then we've got like Crazy Eddie in the corner that's just like, I don't know.
I'm just trying to get those points.
been hitting the catnip or something. God knows what's going on. But yeah.
Can I
So
make a punt for a potential pre-show match?
go on then.
With Sammy coming back on SmackDown, I think they're going to do Sammy versus Jeff on the pre-show and announce it really last minute.
Okay.
But then it'd have to be a terrible. And I don't mean pre-show matches are terrible, and I can't see them doing a terrible match.
That's an intercontinental unification match. That's like, I think that's going to get bigger billing than a pre-show match.
But
But
the US
predict
title
it if you want.
Yeah. No, I'm going to stick with that.
You
Yeah.
go for it. You go for it.
I'm not
I mean,
telling you wins
US
it,
title.
but I'm guessing that's going to be the match.
They put the US title on the pre-show, so it wouldn't surprise me if they put the IC title on the pre-show as well.
Oh, Steve's gone.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
All right,
Don't
that's
worry.
fine. Okay.
Okay. I just
Turn off
rolled my
camera.
eyes
Not
into
going
defeat.
anywhere.
He's just doing
All
his
right,
John
don't worry
Cena
about it.
impression.
Okay,
we-
so
we
anyone
all-
else want to have a pre-show prediction?
Go on. Anyone else? I'll go last.
Liam, what do you think?
Oh, you're throwing it back on me, right? I think it's gonna be Apollo Crews stuck on the pre-show again. I think that basically that's just going to be his spot for the foreseeable future. He's like, right, go on, Apollo, go and warm up the crowd, go and warm up the screens, the screen crowd.
Warm the mat up.
Yeah, warm the mat up so that everyone else doesn't have to take cold bumps. Off your trot, and then that's just his position is to be like, yeah, to start off the pay-per-views on the pre-show. So I reckon that's going on first. What about you, Steve? I'm not going to go last.
I think on the pre-show we'll get a Raw Underground match between Dolph Ziggler and Dabba-Kato. That's it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
because Dolph has become the like little Fight Club champ. He's beating everyone. He's gonna. I don't know. I can't remember if he won last week. He won the week before. He's gonna beat Dabba-Kato, and he's gonna be the Fight Club champion of the world.
Right. Well, you clearly learned nothing from Fight Club because rule number 1 was to not talk about it. So
Well, WWE
you're not
are.
allowed back anymore. Richard, what do you think?
I think we'll get a repeat of the tag team match from SummerSlam.
Oh, the Street Profits and
Yeah, we'll go with
Drago and
that.
Andrade.
I think that's an easy
in
one.
Raw
Okay.
Underground.
That could actually happen
On the roof. On the roof.
on the roof.
Money on the
of the
roof.
Oh
Remember-
god.
Oh, Ray also got murdered on the roof, didn't they? Money on the roof.
Yeah,
he got thrown out.
when they had money on the roof,
He's
they threw
had
Ray
a
off the
really
roof.
bad time in it.
Yeah, he's had a
Yeah.
worse 2020 than the
Right.
rest of us.
No, bless the poor guy.
Got thrown off the
Oh.
roof. He lost an eye.
Yeah, I've got no more stupid
Oh, God.
predictions for today. I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay, good. Right. Well, I think that is our predictions locked in then, set in stone. So, fingers crossed,
I'm gonna need it.
everybody. We'll see who wins this week and who becomes the Match Bell Predictions champion following Payback. So, to all of you who have been watching and listening, thank you very, very much. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. That's really distracting. Leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree with any of our predictions, or if you would like to share predictions of your own. For those of you who have been listening on podcast apps, thank you so much for listening. And we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.